Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So my name is Vera, and if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. And if you're a returning subscriber, karibu sana, and continue watching my videos. Thank you and welcome. So guys, good afternoon. I'm happy. It's been long since I posted a video while talking. I've been busy doing 1, 2, 3, looking for money. You know, the economy is quite hard right now. So today I'm here. I wanted to talk about something that I've never opened up to talk about. Like, I'm trying to heal from it. This is about the death of my mother. May she rest in peace. So guys, my mom died last year. Yeah, she died last year at around May. Is it March or May? I'm sorry, I'm not good with dates. When something bad happens, I don't even remember, but I know she died last year at around maybe March or April. It was Women's Day. I don't know, it's Women's Day, yeah. So, guys, my mom was well, by the way. She was fine, and on that day, I had gone to work like normal. I was working in town along Biashara Street. So that day when I arrived at work, I just saw some different signs from the boss, and he was like, you see, someone wants to terminate you. And I was like, it's okay. I was prepared for anything. But then another thought came. You see, I was the one who was paying my mom's rent. I was catering for my mom's food. At that time, I was the one doing everything, in short. So this time came. I did my work in the morning. Then my boss called me to a private room and told me that we've decided to lay you off. I didn't dispute. He paid me my dues and I went home. So on arriving, I used to leave my mom with the kid. On arriving, I called my mom and she tells me, come back. When you're coming back, bring me Omo. I want to wash clothes. I was fine with it. I bought Omo. I went and paid my mom's rent. And then I told the agent never to ask my mom about the rent, because at that time she had pressure, but my mom had not accepted that she had pressure. So I just told the agent, don't ask my mom about anything, any rent. You just ask me. Even if I don't have, I'll have to look for means to pay it. So I paid the rent for that month, and I went to my mom's house to pick the baby and see how they were faring on. My mom used to stay at 9th floor rooftop, the last floor, you know, the way in Nairobi. So I went up. I didn't see my mom in the house. I went to the veranda where she used to sit. I found her with the baby, but then she was deep in thoughts. I asked her, Mom, are you really okay? And she was like, yeah, I'm fine. You see, that person, alishtuka. I saw her as if she was in deep thoughts. So I picked the baby, tells my mom, Mom, let's go to the house and maybe relax there. We went with my mother. You see, I am always talkative. So I used to tell my mom stories. Natoka hii, naruka kwa hii, natoka kwa hii. That day my mom didn't seem jovial. She was like, okay. And then she does this. Anaongea kidogo, analala. Then I was stressed by that. I told my mom, are you okay, Mom? If it's about the rent, I've paid the rent. If it's about work, you're afraid nimefutwa, I know God will provide. But that day my mom didn't seem okay. Like, alikata tu kuchange moods. Hata ukijaribu kumchekesha, hakukuwa na change. So my friend came to the house. He was a boy. So he came in the evening. My sister also came from school at around 6. And we started storying. I told my friend, see, my mom is not okay. She's so down. See, we take her to the hospital. And then my mom said, no, me, I'm just okay. I insisted, by the way. I told her, let's just go. We check on your pressure. She told me, I don't have pressure, my daughter. I insisted, and then she gave in. I took her to hospital, just a clinic. Her BP was tested, and it was really high, by the way. It was 231. So that was too high. The doctor gave her some medications, the tablets that you normally insert under the tongue. So she took that. Then we did another test. The pressure was still high. It had not gone down. I asked the doctor, "You're releasing us to go home." He told us to go home, the pressure itarudi chini. So I asked him, "Unatu release aje with that kind of pressure? See, you've said it's too high. Why are we going home? See, you can retain until the pressure goes down." My mom told me, "Imagine, mtoto wangu, mimi sifikiri chochote. Sifikiri chochote." And I was like, "Mom, if at all there is something that is stressing you, please let it out. I'm here for you." We were released, she went home. So on the way, I had a kibanda by there. I used to have a place where I used to sell avocados. So I told her, "Mom, tomorrow, I know you'll be fine. We will just wake up and go to the market. We buy some stuff. You put at the kibanda. Since I'm not working right now, so you can open the kibanda as I take care of the child." My mom said, in our language, "Kesho iko kweli?" I had started going to my house with the baby. I had to turn back first and ask her, "Mom, what have you said?" She told me, "I've said nothing. You just go. Peleka mtoto kwa nyumba. Me, I'll be fine." That sentence really ilinisumbua. And by the way, if something bad is about to happen, your body normally senses. That night I wasn't comfortable at all. I was sleeping. I talked to my husband. I used to say a lot of words. Like, I think they were related to death. He would ask me, "What are you saying?" But he gave me time. I went to bed on that night. And at around 4 o'clock or 3? I think it was 3. My phone started ringing. My mom used to wake me up to go to work. Like, my mom was my alarm. So that day, phone ikaring. Nikiangalia time, ikaenda missed call. Nikiangalia time, it's 3. So I was stressed out. What has happened? First thought ilikam, it's my mom. So I called back my sister. My sister picked the call. Akaniambia, "Vera, come back. Come, just come faster. Mom is not okay. And I faint. Immediately, I didn't even think twice. I just left the house with the clothes I was wearing. I left the house. First thing that came to my mind is calling the doctor. First thing that came to my mind was calling the doctor. I rushed to where I had taken her the previous night. I got a doctor from there. I told her, "Just carry the machine ya kupima pressure." And I told him, "Since I'm too heavy, I can't run the stairs. You run." He carried medications for pressure, and he also carried the machine. Akakimbia. I got my mom in the house. Alikuwa very weak, by the way. I told her, "Mom, we need to go to the hospital." She told me, "My daughter, do everything, but don't take me to Mama Lucy." I regret, by the way. So akampima pressure, and he told me we have to look for a taxi. We take my mom to the hospital. So I looked for a taxi. I took my mom to the hospital. I went to a certain hospital? Yeah, near our home. And when we were there, I realized that my mom's one side wasn't functioning. I asked the doctor. Of course, the pressure had subsided. So I asked the doctor, my mom's left side is not okay. She's really struggling. Like, I've told her to sit down, but I can't see whether she's able to support herself using that side." The doctor came, akamuassess, then akatuandikia report. We go for is it a CT scan? Yes, we go for a CT scan at Metropolitan. There's a hospital in Buruburu, if I'm not wrong. So, first things, because I'm the only child who was there, my brother had gone to try kuingia wanajeshi. So I called my uncle. I told him, "Mom is not okay. Please, if you're able to assist, kindly please assist me." I think I also notified my dad, and everything happened. My uncle came. We were taking my mom to the hospital. In the car, my mom asked me, "Where are you taking me to?" I told her, "Mom, we are taking you to the hospital." "Which hospital?" I told her, "Mama Lucy." She was not comfortable at all. And I wish I had listened. She wasn't comfortable. So we arrived at Mama Lucy. And the doctors, immediately we arrived, I called the doctors. We went to the emergency section. And the doctors came and told us, "No, you just go and do a CT scan first and then you come back with the report." So we went to Metropolitan again. And then after Metropolitan, we came without the report, because at Metropolitan they asked us, when did the signs start occurring? We told them at 6, and they told us, "You see, you have around 15 minutes. Kindly rush the patient to the hospital, akuwe treated." If at that time I had, is it chance? I'm sorry, kizungu inapotea. If at that time ningekuwa na uwezo, I would have retained my mom in that Metropolitan hospital so that she gets the right medication. But I didn't have that time. I didn't have that money. So my uncle told me, "Just have to go back to Mama Lucy." We went to Mama Lucy. We arrived there at around 8 or 9. I think it was 9. Yeah. So there we stayed. Let me tell you, there are a lot of patients, of course, but then these doctors need to serve at least people. I was running here and there. Imagine having a baby. My baby at that time was around 3 months. Naitwa kwa gari, naambiwa mtoto anahitaji kunyonya. At the same time, my mom ako hosi hajashughulikiwa. I have to also run see the doctor because my uncle is also diabetic and he has also pressure. So having to make him run around the hospital wasn't easy for him. So I would go look for the doctor, explain to the doctor, "Kindly come and assist my mom." They came by day to put my mom under medication at around 7. So that day we were admitted at the hospital at around 7-8 p.m. My mom wasn't in a very bad state at that time. The pressure had gone down. She had started stabilizing. Day 1, my mom was good. She even ate well. Day 2, she was fine. Day 3, actually, let me just go to the time when my mom's health started deteriorating. Exactly after around 4 days, the 5th day I realized my mom wasn't okay because she would wake up, eat and do everything. So I used to go to the hospital every morning with my child. I stay outside. I call my sister to come out and stay with the baby. Then I go in to stay with my mom, maybe feed her or see how she's faring. So on this day, I go there. I realize my mom hasn't woken up. She hasn't eaten. I asked the doctor, "Are you seeing if she's fine? Her health has started deteriorating. Is there any issue?" I was very fast. By then I used to go to the doctor and consult everything. On that particular day, we were asked by the doctor to take her for another CT scan. So we took her to a CT scan. Then we brought the report. Tukimpeleka CT scan, she was not talking. She was not doing anything, not even opening her eyes. But I had hopes. I asked the Lord never to take away my mother. That was the only thing I asked God to leave for me on this earth. But it was quite unfortunate. We came back. They didn't give us the report. So me, I went home, came back. At that time, my dad had come. And my uncles, people were coming at that time. So on that day, I woke up with a lot of moods, a lot of whatever. I was cooking chapati, slapping my baby, slapping a 3-month-old baby. Sorry, guys. So I went to the hospital. I remember I prepared minji. I don't know what they call it. Green peas, yeah. Up to date, I hate cooking green peas. So I had prepared green peas for my mom and chapati. I went to the hospital. On arriving, that was the only day I left my baby. So I left my baby at my cousin's place. and rushed to the hospital. I took an Uber and went. When I arrived at the hospital, I found my mom very dull. She had not eaten. They inserted feeding pipes on her the previous night. So I felt so bad. I asked the doctor if there is something I could do to assist her probably, and they sent me some medications. I went and bought half the medications because of the money. I didn't have enough cash, so I bought half the medications and told the doctor I'll come and bring the rest when I get the cash. But meanwhile, these ones can last around 5 days. I took the medications, I bought milk, and I don't know, there's something else I bought, but I can't remember. Diapers, yeah, because they had now started using diapers on her because she was unconscious. So after I bought that, I went. I told my brother, I'm going back to see the child, but I'm going to come back with the baby because nasikia mtoto analia, which is not good. So me, I went to see my child. Immediately I arrived at my cousin's place, I started feeling I'm not okay. My stomach, I would feel as if something wrong was happening. You see that fear, ile woga inakuingia, it started coming to me. The baby was crying uncontrollably. Sorry. Mtoto alikuwa analia, by the way. And I felt like something is not good. I shared with my cousin. I told my cousin, things are not okay. I feel so bad. I started calling people, just napiga tu, nauliza, mama kwaje? So I called my hubby first. So after calling my hubby, he picked and told me niko kwa bank, I'm held up. I felt as if he was lying to me. So I called my cousin and asked my cousin, I'm calling people at the hospital asking how mom is, watu waniambie. Immediately my other cousin mwenye ako kwa nyumba na mimi akapick call fulani, akatoka nje, akarudi, nilikuwa namwambia nizindikize na anasema ngoja malize kazi, but this time akasema twende basi nikuzindikize. I felt kuna kitu wrong. Kidogo calls zikaanza kuingia kwa simu yangu, nika feel no, it's not okay. You see, that time you're comforting yourself, you're telling yourself nothing bad can happen, but I felt like I should not pick any call. She carried the baby, left her kid, which was unusual. So she left her kid and carried my baby, and we went. Nikifika kwa stage, I called, by the way, I called my husband several times, and he was like, nikitoka bank I'll call, nikitoka bank I'll call. And it seems he was moving to a very quiet place, then talking to me. So nikifika kwa barabara, I told my husband, it's either you come right now, or I just go to the hospital alone. He had to take a motorbike. When he arrived, I asked him, bank ni place unachukulia pikipiki, si ungechukua gari na 20 bob? He was like, no, you come. He took me inside the church, and inside there I asked him, are you sure everything is okay? He told me, yes, everything is okay. He even called my brother. My brother really assured me that everything was okay. He told me, Vera, just come, mom is okay. I need you to come and sign because you're the one who took her to the hospital. Come and sign so that we take her to Kenyatta. Si nilikwambia tunampea transfer. I felt it's okay, but deep down there was something disturbing me that everything wasn't okay. So we crossed the road. Nikiingia kwa gari, my husband left. He didn't want to take the same car with me. Nikakata, nikaruka. I was almost hit by a car. God forbid. So they held me, wakanieka kwa gari. Hapo ndani people were comforting me, telling me nothing, ni nini unashtuka, hakuna kitu. They seemed okay. So me inside the car, I started singing, crying, and they were looking at me and asking me, is there anything wrong? Me, I didn't respond to anyone. And tukiingia kwa entrance ya Mama Lucy, I saw my cousin. His name is Sammy Boy. You can also check him on YouTube. So I saw my cousin and asked him, Kuzo, hujai kuja? What's wrong? Mbona leo umekuja hivi osi? And nilishuka gari kiendelea kumove by the way kwa gate ya Mama Lucy. My cousin told me, no, nimekuja kuona mom. mi sina shida, hakuna anything. So immediately na sense na feel vibaya, like niko confused, nikaona giza, nikaona whatever, and I started crying. Nobody told me about anything. Me just started crying. Sorry guys. Sorry, I felt as if it's something in the house. So me just started crying. Nililia tu. Worst part, I never went to see my mom. I never went to see my mom. I just cried hapo nje. Cried, I cursed the name of the Lord, and God forgive me for doing that. It was never easy for me, losing a mom, somebody I used to confide in, somebody who was there for me, who was always there to advise me. And at that time, I felt I needed her the most. Imagine, me, I've been brought up with my mom, dad, brother, and sister. Sina like your story, your friends, ama nini. I'm not I'm just an introvert, by the way. And so I just felt my world had shattered. I asked even Owur to come and raise my mom from the dead. Unfortunately, once things happen, they never reverse. My mom passed, and that was the end of her. If maybe wishes zingekuwa zinakuwa granted, I would ask God to give me back my mom. But we have to go on with life. My sister was left, I was left, and my brother was left. So that's the sad story. My mom is now an angel. And to all moms, I wish you a happy Mother's Day. I'm also a mom. I wish myself a happy Mother's Day. And to my mom in heaven, I also wish her a happy Mother's Day. Have a good time, guys. You can also subscribe if you've not subscribed. I'll be here to share more of my stories, my encounters, and to also encourage other people. Never give up. Life is full of ups and downs. We don't have to give up. Challenges are there, and they'll always be there. We never expect them. Of course, that one to me was a big blow. It was very big. I don't think there's any challenge I cannot overcome. But losing a loved one, it's a challenge you can try and overcome, but it's something that keeps on piercing you. Ni kidonda ambayo haiponangi. And to all those who have lost their loved ones, I hope the Lord will give you the strength to move on, because I can't promise you will heal. No. Anytime you talk about it, ni kama kuchokoza kidonda haijapona. All the best, guys. Please subscribe, and happy Mother's Day. Though late.